Hi, I'm Steve Dangerfield. I'm Chief Technology Officer at Brennan. Been here 4 years now, driving our automation, self-service and portal initiatives. It's a massive improvement to operational cost. So the cost per transaction can be radically changed, but that's very much the low-hanging fruit and quite low on the maturity model. And where automation has a pure operational focus, it's very internal. It's below the line of customer visibility. They're not even aware it's going on. And where automation's going is combining automation and customer experience, and that's what we're really focusing on now. So any high volume, low value transaction, so password or PIN resets is a really good one. On top of that, we do user creation because it's their first experience at Brennan, so that's important to get that right. But we also do user decommission, which is important from a security perspective. And anyone who gets started on those, that will build the framework for you to move on. So the main consideration is, do you automate against your legacy platform, or do you upgrade to a modern digital platform and automate against that? Now, Bill Gates has got a great quote that if you automate an inefficient operation, you just magnify the inefficiency. And so there's a lot of thinking, should I go and automate the process I have, or should I reinvent my process as customer focused? All the operational stuff that's the focus of much of the automation today, that all occurs below the line of visibility. Customers can't even see it. But where it does have an impact is on faster turnaround times. It provides a consistent, reliable outcome where often manual processes don't. But it also plays into the instant gratification, which is people want something, they want it immediately. We've seen that in other markets, and automation allows you to deliver that fast turnaround. It's a really good question. There's challenges for anyone who's high touch personal services. So for example, a personal trainer in a gym, they're not going to get much value from automation around their day-to-day, but they will do around the way they engage customers through websites and booking. But any company with heavy transactional operations, that could be any industry, they're absolutely going to benefit from automation. What we've done successfully is, yes, we've automated masses of the operation, but what that's allowed us to do is to free up staff to look at more high value transactions with customers. So we may have automated decommissioning a user, but those people can now be talking about how do we make that user's life better. And they tend to move, as we said, from reactive to proactive. At the moment, managed services particularly, but most businesses are reactive. When someone has a problem, we sit there and wait for them to call us. However, with the modern non-legacy systems, and when you combine AI and automation, if I know someone can't log in, why do I wait for them to call me to actually reset their password? If I know they can't log in, why don't I reach out, move from reactive to proactive, and offer them a password reset at their desk? And that's where I think you'll start to see the true winners and the followers. And we definitely want to try and be a leader in that space. It was at a point in time, so when Victoria went down into lockdown, everything moved to VC, and to shake it up a bit, I've got a big collection of artwork. So from Pulp Fiction through Spartacus, Mad Max, The Warriors, if you remember that from the 80s. And so I put one up behind me on the wall and say, guess the movie. And I rotate it out, but the lockdown in Victoria lasted way longer than my artwork collection. Okay, so it started when I was 8, so long before there was Airfix and plastic models you put together. People used to make airplanes out of balsa wood, paper and elastic bands, and that's what I used to do with my dad, and that moved on. So one of my goals in life is Tamiya have a model battleship called the Yamato, which is the biggest model you can ever make. But it would take about 6 months. And so I bought it twice, but moved country and left it in the previous country. But I'll do it definitely at some stage.